Okay, so now we're displaying the list of tables. We have to hook it up so that it actually does something when the user clicks on an item in the list. And to do that, we need to add a ClickListener to our grid. So grid.on item ClickListener. This is going to be a new adapter view dot on item ClickListener, and I have to implement some methods here. Oh, that should be set on item ClickListener. There we go. Okay, so this is what happens when the user actually clicks on the item. And let's start by just logging that to the console. So we create a log tag. Here I want my adapter get item at position dot toString. Alt plus enter. So let's see if this works. Okay, so click on employee. Oh, clicked on employee, clicked on in blind item, clicked on phone. Good, so that's working. But what we really want to do when the user clicks on an item is start fetching the data for that table. So let's create another method in our database fetcher for FetchTableData. And this will have a callback as well so that when the table data is ready. So in our interface, we're going to add public void on table data. And this is going to return a couple of things. It's going to return the name of the table. We'll just say table. And then it's going to have an array list of the header data, so what columns are in the table, and an array list of the actual data itself. And that's what I'm going to return to the main activity. So public void fetch table data. And once again, I want to run this off the main UI thread. So red equal new red. New runnable. And then thread.start. Oops. And here's where I actually need to compose a SQL statement. So I'm going to create a new statement, STMT, and I'm going to go to my connection and create a statement, and then Alt plus enter to surround with try catch, and then Alt plus enter here to resolve statement. So now I have a SQL statement. Oh, this fetch table data, this has got to take a string for the table name. And let's make that final because we'll need to here. So my actual SQL statement itself is going to be select star from, and then the name of the table, and that's it. So this table is only going to be passed in when the user clicks on an item, and since the user has no way of changing the items in the list, I don't actually need to escape this. And then I want to execute the statement, actually execute query, and pass in my SQL statement. And then this is going to return a result set, just like the get metadata from before. And then once I have the result, I can do some stuff with it. I can So there's the metadata. And I can also get the number of columns. So let's start by getting the column names, and that's going to be the thing that we return to main activity as header. So array list of string header is new array list of string, and then for int I equals 0, I less than calls I plus plus, I'm going to add the name of the column, the column name of I. I'm going to add the name of the column to my header. Header.add. So that should be the list of column headers. And let's test this part so far. So let's go ahead and call our mListener.onTableData, and we'll pass it in table, and we'll also pass header, and then I'll just pass in null for now because we haven't generated the data yet. So in the main activity, we have to implement our new method on table data. So first, let's set the title of the action bar to show what table we're currently looking at. So get support action bar dot set title to table plus table. So that'll show what table we're looking at in the action bar. And then we basically want to do everything that we did here except with our header row. So this whole thing's actually going to end up in run on UI thread. Let me copy this whole block and paste that in, and then move this into the run method of my runnable. Okay. So these all have to be final. Okay. So this is going to be header. Oh, that does need to be declared final as well. So we'll make that final, and we'll make this final. So this time I'm going to find the grid view for table header. And then I'm also going to set the number of columns for the grid to be the number of items in the table header. So if I have 4 columns coming back, I'll show a grid that's 4 columns. If I have 8 columns coming back, I'll show a grid that has 8 columns. And then for this onClickListener, this is fine for now. But then in this onClickListener, I want to go ahead and call my FetchTableData and pass in this table name. Alright, so when the user clicks on a column, it will call FetchTableData, which will run on a separate thread. When that table data is back, it will go ahead and call onTableData, which should display the columns in the table. Okay, so I got a SQL exception. Invalid column index 0. I think it's actually I plus 1, so let me try that. Oh, there we go. Alright, so line number, quantity, invoice number. Customer should start with customer ID. Got a little problem. Ah, yeah, okay. So I'm using Adapter here, but then I'm also using the same Adapter here. So I actually replace my table list adapter with my header adapter, and then when the user clicks on the table list, everything just goes to hell. So what I really want to do is make these local variables instead. I don't actually think I need them to be member variables. So let's refactor that. Rename adapter. So this is a new array adapter of string. So array adapter is new array adapter string. And then this has to be final. And then I'll do the same thing over here. There. Okay, so once again, this is final. Good. So now let's see if it works. Okay, so customer, yeah, first column should be customer ID, email, emp ID. Good, so this is working now.